Hello, I'm Tommy Sloyd with Casper's Chili Parlor, and today what's cooking local is Christmas dough ornaments. Today we're going to take our flour, 4 cups of flour, we're going to mix it in together with 1 cup of salt, followed by 1.5 cups of water. Our dough ornaments are kind of a different way of doing things. We've been done it here at Casper's for several years. Charles Letter, one of our previous owners, about mid-50s, somewhere around in there, started making them. After we get all the ingredients here in the bowl, we're going to take all of them and knead them together. Now, as you're kneading your dough, you might find that it might come a little bit dry. No worries, if it does, you can always add just a little bit of water. Give it a good mixture here. I like to use my dough just a little bit on the dry side. The reason why is because I'll be adding a little bit of color to the dough. You can do that by, what I'm using today is just some kids' washable paint. We'll take that, maybe take a little bit of this purple here, whatever color, suits you. Now remember that the more paint you add, the darker it's going to be. This paint does make it a lot different as it gets darker. So we'll roll this together like so. Now the idea is here is to just be creative. Do whatever makes you happy, whatever sparks your interest. A lot of people like to do people and faces and things like that. So today, to start off with, we're just going to do a simple little face. Now, we'll take another little color, make it a little blue. Try and put that in just give it a little tap there. And we'll kind of knead it just a little bit. Now by doing this, you're getting more of a marble effect. Which is kind of a cool, different little process. Now then, what we'll do is we'll take it and shape it however you like it to be. I use a little foil on the end. Gonna make little eyes, a little round face to it or whatever. Now, perhaps you can use whatever you have laying around your house for eyes or ears or whatever else you'd like. I'm gonna use little brown ones. Gotta make a little spook here. Now, I say they're Christmas dough ornaments, but in reality, you can actually use them for any time of the year. Easter, Thanksgiving, whatever other holidays. Be creative, like I said. Now, I'm also going to take just a little bit of this glitter glue. And we're going to give it a little bit of highlights here. A little squeeze or two. So far, we've got little faces looking about like this. Now the cool thing about it is that the face also looks like this. It's kind of one of those things that we like to do down here at Casper's, having 2 faces in one. Kind of a neat little thing, but we enjoy it a lot. Now if you feel really creative and want to take it up a little step, you're going to take a little bit more. And I think we'll go with green for this other piece here. Don't worry about the color that's on your gloves. I do recommend using gloves, but again, this is washable paint, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal if you get some on you, although you will need to wash it out pretty rapidly. But any color that's left in your gloves should be alright. Now I've used a little bit of excess paint on here because I want it to be a true green. Now keep in mind that the more paint you use, the darker it's going to come out. Because as it browns, it will darken up. So we're going to take this 2 pieces together here. And go ahead and just kind of fluff it out a little bit. Mold your dough together so that it is sealed tightly and so it holds together well. sticking with the face, just like if it's anybody else or anything else, you want your hands and your arms to be a little bit lighter in color. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of lay it in together. Kind of cover it up with the green dress that she's wearing at this time. And of course it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, if it has a little bit of flaws to it, the cooler it is. And we'll give them a little pinch to our hands. Now that we have pretty much the figurine completed, what we're going to do, we're going to take a little fork. We're going to do a little mash down here. Kind of get it in there a little bit deep. And what this does, it'll give her texture for her here. And then kind of give her some ruffles for her dress here. And even though it kind of roughens it up a little bit on the edges, that's even cooler in itself. We'll take another little bead here, and we'll pop it right here in the middle of her. Now what you want to do is make sure that your dough wraps around your buttons or your marbles or whatever else that you'd like to use. At this time what we have done is we've taken a couple of paper clips, extended them outwards, and have inserted them in the middle of the dough. Now you want to make sure that your dough has enough thickness to it to withstand. If you make it too thin, they will crumble. We're going to take our dough ornaments at this time and place them in an oven at 350 for about 20-25 minutes, or until golden brown. Here are some of the other Christmas dough ornaments from Casper's that we have done. And this is Tommy Sloyes with Casper's, and that's what's cooking local.